We just doing some chill exotic farming today on Destiny. I did that Destiny Nostalgia and Destiny 2 hype video a couple of days ago, and it just reminded me how much I love this game. Um, and we're kind of, I'm not even sure how to put exactly what. Um, well, basically, we're kind of at midpoint of endgame, I guess would be the way to put it. So, like, we're already at 400 light, of course, level 40. Completed out pretty much all the quest stuff. And we're just kind of farming now and running PvP when we feel like it. There's a lot of stuff I still haven't done. And I probably will end up just skipping because I probably won't get to it when Destiny 2 starts. Most of my streaming I'm doing now is on PC with Overwatch, Heroes of the Storm, stuff like that. So, I mean, I don't know how much more Destiny will do, but I hadn't done a stream yet today and felt like doing some farming, some exotic farming of Destiny, so that's what we're going to do is stream that stuff. But real quick, if you watched that video, you might remember I was complaining about the fact that I was completely full on legendary marks already. Like, we already had 200 legendary marks, which is the max you can carry at any time. And I needed to spend some. So, real quick, I'm going to show you... Wait, am I going to show you the way I spend legendary marks? Hang on a second. I think this is right. It's been so long since I played, it's hard to remember. But I think we need... We need... Ether seeds? Yeah. And I think those use legendary marks for what I plan on doing. Anyway, what I want to do is just try to spend legendary marks to rank up my faction and hopefully get a faction box. Once you hit 400, it's really hard to find a use for legendary marks. Because if you just buy items, like if you buy Ingrams from the Cryptarch and stuff like that, using them, they only decrypt at 390 light. They don't decrypt at 400. So unless it's just a piece of gear you really wanted and you're looking for something to infuse, then not a whole point in buying those items. So we need to figure out a way to use legendary marks. And well, now that's weird. Why is my ghost not showing up as my ghost? See, that's just like plain. Why? Why is it doing that? Huh. Anyway. So anyway, we got about half a dozen ether seeds. That they're just like a random item drop. Like a material drop from random mobs. So what we're going to do is take those and my throat's all jacked up. We're going to take those over to the reef and exchange those for heavy ammo synth. And then we take the heavy ammo synth and we sell it. Or we don't sell it, we donate it to our faction, and that gives us a bunch of faction ranks. So we're going to do that first. And you can do that with heavy ammo synth anywhere you can buy it. Like I think the weapons vendor in the tower sells heavy ammo synth. and there may be a couple other vendors that do. And pretty much every faction will take heavy ammo synth as a donation, and it's kind of the most efficient bang for the buck donation you can make as far as what it costs to get the synthesis versus how much faction rank you get out of it. And then once we do this, we're gonna go start popping 3 coins and running Super Strikes again like we did at the end of the last video. And why have you got a quest marker for me? Why? What? Oh, apparently my House of Judgment rank went up. Well, sweet, we got a free freaking crate from House of Judgment. That's awesome, because like I said, whatever this is, it's going to come out at 400 light, as long as we're 400 light, which we are. Well, cool. Let's see what we got. Was not expecting that. Well, that was kind of garbage. I mean, we got a lot of mats out of it, but we didn't get anything cool, really. That's kind of disappointing. Yeah, we didn't get any gear at all out of it. We just got a bunch of mats, which we've already got 3 heavy ammo synths now, so that's pretty cool. And we've got 8 special ammo synths. I need to go ahead and donate those too and stop carrying them around. So now we've got 8 ether seeds, because we did get 2 out of that faction pack. So what we're going to do is... Oh, that uses glimmer. It doesn't use legendary marks. So that doesn't really do anything for us. We still got to figure out a way to use those legendary marks and burn them up to get more. Because literally right now, a lot of the stuff I'm running grants legendary marks, and they're literally just disappearing. I don't get them because I'm setting at 200 legendary marks. But anyway, let's go ahead and do this. And we're just going to buy as many of them as we have ether seeds. Because they're only 250 glimmer, and as you can see, glimmer adds up fast. I mean, it doesn't take long to get a lot of glimmer. Okay, so now we've got...
Come back, and you will be welcome, Guardian.
11 heavy ammo synths. So we're going to go back to the tower. And... donate those to New Monarchy for a new faction pack, hopefully. If we've got enough of them. If we don't, it's still going to lead a long way towards a faction pack. And since we're running Super Strikes after that, we'll end up the faction pack before the stream's over, I'm sure. No doubts about that. So that's going to happen. And I really hope my audio sounds a little better this time. I made a few tweaks to my mic. But I also do have an air conditioner, like, almost in my face, blowing right now. Because it's hot as a motherfucker in Bristol, Tennessee today. And it's warm as hell in my house. So I've got this AC unit just like kind of blasting on me directly. Which feels awesome, but has definite downside to it with the audio problems it causes. Like you might get some white noise, staticky kind of background stuff. I really hope not. I think I've got the levels where they need to be so that doesn't happen. But we'll see. Well, we'll see after I go back and review the stream. I won't see till then. Oh, I need to update the game on the stream. Because it is not Heroes of the Storm. Wait, how do I change that? There we go. Now it says Destiny. Rock and roll. Alright, let's go talk to this uppity motherfucker that's kind of the head of New Monarchy and see how close we get a faction pack. And we went over, which I'll do it again, but we went over the modifiers for this week's Siva Strike, and it was special weapons and juggler and solar burn. So we're using, as you can see on my hip here, an Anton's Rule sidearm, and using that 90% of the time in the game to get our kills. Because when you've got the right elemental weapon and that burn is on, like Void Burn or Solar or whatever, makes a huge difference on the amount of damage it does. And especially since sidearms are favored here, and we're on Juggler, which means I have to keep switching back and forth between primary and something in order to keep ammo. It it's working out real well. The sidearm is hard as shit to control though, man. The thing fires incredibly fast. It's got a crazy high rate of fire, and the stability is high, but not high enough, I don't think, for the rate of fire, because it is hard to control. Plus, it's not automatic, so I really gotta work that fucking trigger button. But because of its highest rate of fire, it literally will fire as fast as I can pull the trigger. And armor supply. You know what? Let's go ahead and donate those, because we can do it twice. Oh wow, we're really far away from a faction pack here, so even with our heavy ammo sense, it may be a while before we get over there to where we get a faction pack for this. But let's go ahead and spend these.
There you go. Hope it comes in handy.
Alright, so you can see we're about halfway to another faction pack for New Monarchy. Which, I mean, I don't think they even really have anything I want. But at least going this route, they do have like some ships and shit like that I would kind of like to have. They got some cool shaders, so we'll go that route. We'll stick with it for a little while longer.
Tell your friend.
Alright, so we've done that, and we used up our heavy ammo synth, we used up our ether seeds. I'm still carrying around 200 legendary marks that I can't do jack with. That would really make a difference. Excuse me. Man, I don't know what is going on with my throat. I guess it's allergies or some shit. Anyway, apologies for the coughage. Now, well, actually, I do need. No, I don't really.
Hey, Hunter.
I can't think of anything to spend these legendary marks on. That's frustrating. I wish you could just donate legendary marks. Don't need a legendary. I don't need any of this shit right here that he does have. Let's see. Does anybody have any really cool vendor weapons I don't already have? I don't think they do. I think I've already bought all the ones I wanted. What do you got?
You fight for all of us.
But yeah, see, these are gonna come out at 380 light. It's not fucking worth it, man. Contains a crucible armor. Oh, that requires silver dust. That's not using legendary marks either. And we don't need that shit. I don't feel like crucibling right now. What about you? See, if I could find something I wanted to buy in this department, I mean, that would eat up all those legendary, like pretty much all those legendary marks I got, and give me room to start adding them up again. But nobody's got anything I want. I don't know, man. I'm thinking. I'm trying to remember how to spend these legendary marks. You know? I mean, what do I do with them? And as you can see, all these are going to be 380 light, so I'll have to infuse something with them to get them up to 400 to use it anyway. Uh, what's the perks on the B29 this week? Oh, the perk rolls on all the vendor weapons do rotate weekly. In case you didn't know that. So if there's not in the like a weapon you kind of want, but you don't like the perk rolls the vendor's got, just wait a couple of days and check it again. That's pretty cool. But that's not. And that's not. Small bore is always good. Rifle barrel is even better. Still, hell, I think I've got one of those in the bank right now I never use. What's the palindrome roll this week? I know it's not going to beat the one I've got, but we'll check. Nope. Really mediocre roll on that, too. I really don't like that auto rifle. I've tried using it a couple of times. And it doesn't look like it's got anything special in the perk department. What about the fusion rifle? Name braced frames useless on a fusion. Rifle barrel's pretty good, but not great. Knee pads are awesome. All in all, not. All the rolls seem really mediocre this week. Nothing's jumping out at me as something we really want. Oh shit, it's Saturday. Zer's in town. We should go find Zer and see what he's got this week. I really want to figure out. I want to spend some legendary marks first, though.
Okay.
Well, alright, let's check. While we're down here, let's see if Zer's hiding out over here. There's only about, I don't know, half a dozen spots that Zer hides out in every week. And each week he's in a different spot. Well, I say that, but sometimes he's in the same spot twice. But anyway, there's like only half a dozen places where he hides out when he does pop up. Again, he shows up on Eastern time, he shows up at 5:30 in the morning. On Friday, leaves 5:30 in the morning on Sunday. And usually if you check your radar and kind of see where everybody is, it'll give you a good idea where Zer's hiding. Not always, but usually he's got a little bit of a crowd around him. Especially this time of day on a Saturday. And not seeing. I love this game, man. Visually, I think it's so pretty. And I love the way the design. I just love the design of it. I just think it's a gorgeous game. I mean, look at that. Look at that view. Epic. Okay, well, I don't see him here. Oh, also another thing, sometimes he is at the reef. Which I'm gonna feel real dumb if he is at the reef this week because we just went to the reef and didn't look for him. Okay, he wasn't there, so he's not in any of the usual main wing parts. So let's check the right side hiding spots he usually likes and see if he's in any of those. He likes to hide out right here sometimes. And he likes to hide out down here in the cantina. Usually in this back corner here. Huh. Not there either. Zer, where are you this week, brah? You squid-faced so-and-so? You gotta be... I don't think he's ever up here anywhere. At least I've never spotted him up here. Like in the future war cult suite, because that's really the only thing over here. Nope. Seems like I did find him over in this corner over here one day. But I could be wrong about that. Don't take my word for it. Let's see. Okay, I guess we need to check the other wing. And see. Man, I love these legs. I love watching those frosties like frost over and get all glowy. I just think it's such a neat particle effect. And did I mention how much I love the detail on this armor set? The exaltation stuff? It's gorgeous. Look at that. Look at that engraving. It is beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, anyway. Let's see. Sometimes he's not there, but in here. Oh, wait. There's another spot in the main wing. Back here. No, that's not it. Back here. But as you can see, he is not here either. Hardcore parkour. Alright, let's check over here. There's 2 or 3 spots on this wing he's usually hiding out. Ah, there he is. This seems to be one of his favorite spots. Alright, there you are, homie. Zer, you are one ugly motherfucker, man. But you bring the goods. You always bring the goods every week. Like I said, this is the only place you can buy exotics or exotic shards. The only place you can buy 3 of coins. And the only place you can buy glass needles. And like I said, you can only get him on weekends. He's a weekend warrior. It's the only time he's here. Let's see what he's got this week. Legacy Ingrams are pretty much useless and worthless. All they do is unlock a year 1 item, which most year 1 items don't actually have infusion on them, so you can't even get them up to 400 light. Like I said, pretty much pointless. For Titans this week, you have the Peregrine Greaves, which just gives you a bonus to the airborne shoulder charge. It's got a decent roll on it, but it's got sniper rifle ammo. And arc double down. Not a roll that I would recommend purchasing, but it does have Twist Fate, so you can re-roll these perks. if you were so inclined. And again, that uses glass needles, and again, he's the only person that sells it. For warlocks, we have the Heart of Praxis Fire. When Radiance is active, increased agility and decreased ability cooldown. I don't really know anything about this thing, honestly. I know I don't think I've ever seen a warlock actually use it, so take what you will from that. I don't know. Now, why does it have arc burn defense and then solar armor? Usually these two match. That's weird. Huh. And for the hunters, we have... Oh my. We have a Celestial Nighthawk. I actually have to buy this. I do not own a Celestial Nighthawk. And in some encounters, it is almost mandatory. Because the amount of damage it puts out in one shot. Like the Oryx. No, not Oryx. Is it Oryx? Is it Oryx? I think maybe it is Oryx. But the in-boss guy that has the big overshield thing that pops up over his head, and you can't kill him as long as it's active. In that in battle where you got to hit him with a sword and drop him to his knee and then do damage to him. Or I mean, do damage to him to make him drop to his knee, then hit him with a sword to actually do damage to him. You know the raid I'm talking about. Anyway, if you've got this equipped and your golden gun, you can one-shot the overshield, the big dome thing above him that keeps him from taking damage. And you almost have to be able to do that when you run that to efficiently complete that out and kill him. But anyway, the Celestial Nighthawk we are going to purchase. Plus, I just really love the way this helmet looks. It reminds me of the... You guys remember that super old cartoon from like the 80s called Silverhawks? They were like space, bird, Iron Man-y kind of people. It was like a kind of a superhero team cartoon. It was one of those kind of, I don't want to say it was Hanna-Barbera, but I'm pretty sure that cartoons that was basically made to sell toys, and the entire focus of the show was based around excuses to pump out more toys and sell them. Anyway, that's what this reminds me of. A whole lot. So, we're going to have to buy this bad boy. Let's see what kind of roll it's got on it. We got Discipline and Intellect. I would rather have Strength and Intellect, but whatever. We got gain super energy from melee kills. We got super energy from special kills. We got Infusion. Infusion I find really handy. More when I'm running my Night Stalker build, because I generate a lot more orbs that way using that build, but it's still just a handy little perk to have. Which we may, just to kind of, I don't know, use up stuff we've got in the bank, I may hook up some glass needles, and we may re-roll this thing a couple of times, just kind of show you how that works and what it does. Actually, I probably will do that. But, again, that's the big reason you have the Nighthawk. And why we are buying it. So, what we're going to do is buy the Celestial Nighthawk here. Oh, the special, or the exotic weapon this week is a Monte Carlo auto rifle. Super high rate of fire, low impact, and it's a melee booster. I'll show you the perk on it. Dealing damage with this weapon reduces your melee cooldown and grants a chance to fully charge a melee ability with each kill. It's a really good Titan weapon, and it's okay for Warlocks, just because Warlock melee is OP as shit and the most ridiculous thing in the fucking game. But for Titans, of course, where it's such a close range weapon, because this thing fires really, really fast and just shoots everywhere. So you got to be close range to get the shots in with it. But it'll chew motherfuckers up when you do. I see a lot of Titans running Monte Carlos, because they'll run like shoulder charge builds with Monte Carlos, and that perk with shoulder charge, huge little supplementary combo. They're really symbiotic. They work really well together. It does have 2 ornaments, the Super Spy and the Royal Flush, and I'll show you what those look like. There's the Super Spy, that red and flat black. It's pretty tight. I really like the way the blade looks on that one. And then the Royal Flush is gold and black, which I think is super sharp. I think that's really, really nice looking. Kind of reminds me, it's all kind of steampunky with the black and gold with the filigree and stuff on it. So yeah, anyway, that's the Monte Carlo. Doesn't really make a difference to us because we've already got one. We're not going to fuck with that. We are going to buy... the weapon bundles. If you're desperate for an exotic weapon that he's got in the weapon bundles, okay, buy it. Otherwise, it is not worth the purchase, because it costs 30 strange coins and 25 silver dust. So it's a really expensive thing to buy. Silver dust is hard to come by unless you're actually going to spend cash money, and it's a lot of strange coins. But I mean, you do get the weapon if you were missing it, and you get a skin for it. So that one comes with the Royal Flush, the black and gold. The other one is a Red Death with the Steel Witch ornament, and I'll show that to you real quick. Oh, I can't show it to you. I want to let me show it to you. I guess because it's got... I don't know, that's weird. I can't preview it. I think I've got a Red Death in the bank. If you're really curious and haven't seen one, I can go to the bank and pull mine out and show you what it looks like with the ornament on it. Well, what we're going to do, we have 69 strange coins, which isn't a whole lot. Like I said, I've been playing the game very much lately. I haven't been farming strange coins up. You get a lot of strange coins running crucibles, so if you get heavy running crucibles and clearing crucible bounties, you can stack up a ton of strange coins, which is really nice for when Xur does come to town. What I used to do is run crucibles a ton throughout the week, clearing bounties and getting as many strange coins as possible for when Xur came into town on the weekend, so I'd have plenty to blow on the stuff he sells. Because like I said, he's the only person that sells this stuff. Strange coins are the only way to buy it. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and buy our Celestial Nighthawk, which leaves us 56. Glass needles cost exotic shards to buy, and strange coins and motes of light. Damn. Alright, just for shits and giggles, to show you guys how the reforging works, I'm gonna go ahead and buy 1 pack of glass needles, and we'll re-roll this Nighthawk 3 times and see what changes we get from it. Just to kind of show you guys how that works, that you having to spend your hard-earned shards and strange coins on it. So we're gonna buy 1 of those. I've got 5 exotic shards. I don't think that we really need to buy another one right now. 5's plenty. I think we're better off buying 3 of coins, so we have plenty to pop to run Seaver Strikes. And if we're popping those and running Seaver Strikes, I've got enough exotics unlocked now that a lot of those I'll be infusing anyway, and so I'll be dismantling, so I'll get exotic shards out of them. So, seems like the smart purchase. So we're going to go ahead and dump the rest of our strange coins on 3 of coins. Do. And this takes a minute. I mean, you can see how slow the bar is moving there. And that. Okay, so we only have 4 strange coins left. Since we've got 4, that takes 3. We could do that just to kind of use them up. But I'm not going to. Alright, so we have expended our Zer purchases for the week. And let's re-roll that Celestial Nighthawk a few times. The thing I don't like about the Nighthawk is it's an exotic helmet, and I really like using exotic legs. So if we're going to put that Nighthawk on, then we're going to have to put some legendary legs on. So I'll have to go through my inventory and see what I've got as far as legendary legs and equip them. So, let's see. Let's re-roll that bad boy. Wait, does it cost an exotic shard again to re-roll it, or does it just cost glass needles? I don't remember now. I know it's going to cost 1 shard to infuse it up to 400, which we'll have to do. Shit, I'll have to find a helmet to feed to that to do that. I think I've got one in the bank, though. Okay, this just costs glimmer, armor materials, and glass needles. So we've got plenty to do that with. Now, let's look at our stats that are on it right now. We've got 40 int. We've got 45 discipline. We've got super energy from melee kills on minions of darkness. We've got gain bonus super energy from special weapon kills on minions of darkness. And we've got infusion, which replenishes health each time we pick up an orb of light. Like I said, this one I find really useful. The other two, meh. That's a big meh. It's actually not bad just because you're getting a lot of super energy, and this helmet is all about using your super and using that golden gun. But anyway, let's twist this thing and use up our glass needles and see what we get. If we get something insane... Oh, my dogs are going crazy on each other. They are crazy. Anyway, let's do it and see what we get. Okay, now we got a 45-45. So, our int went up 5. Discipline stayed the same. It's still intellect and discipline here. Now we've got... Wait, that's the same. And that's the same. And that's the same. Wait a second. Does it only change the stat rolls? No, it says stats and upgrades. So why didn't it change? Wait, did these change? Super special weapon kills. Super energy from killing. Pretty sure that shit stayed the same. Wait a second, does that shit always stay the same because it's an exotic? Are they always the same on the Celestial Nighthawk? I bet they're always the same on the Nighthawk. Because it's exotic. And it seems like most, if not all exotics, the perk rolls are always the same. Maybe. You know what? Please hold. I'm gonna Google that shit real quick. Let's see. Shut up, crazy puppy. Let's see. We're gonna Google Destiny exotic item perk rolls. Always the same? Let's see. Weapons are always the same, but armor has some guaranteed and others vary. All exotic weapons get the same perks. Exotic armor have a unique perk that's always the same. They can have different secondary perks as well as different stat rolls. Weapons are static, but if you borrow from the kiosk, it will have exactly what is shown. Decrypted engrams and purchases from Zer will be random, other than the item's unique perk. Okay, so yeah, we're right. On some of them, it can change. On others, it doesn't. The exotic perk, which is like the defining perk for the exotic item, is always going to stay the same. There is a chance for these to change, though. So let's blow another glass needle, and see what happens. I mean, why not, right? Okay, those definitely changed that time, right? Oh, and now we have intellect and strength, which is what we wanted, because it seems like all my gear is high discipline. Let's see, now we have super energy from Bailey. I think, wasn't this kind of how it started? And then it changed, and then it went back. This one always seems to be staying the same. This one changed. This changed, of course, because this changed. And now we have better already. Shield start recovery immediately after orb pickup. Which, before we had the health regen on orb pickup. So, do we want to blow our last glass needle and try one more time and see what happens? I think we do. Fuck it, right? Worst case scenario, we could always buy more glass needles if it's absolutely terrible somehow. Oh, it was terrible. That was real bad. Both those dropped dramatically. These didn't change. This changed again to melee energy on orb pickup. Actually, that is a terrible roll. Terrible. That's the worst we had so far. You know what? I'm a gambler. Shit, we don't have enough strange coins to go to buy more glass needles, do we?
There is something inside me that wishes to connect.
Oh, we do. We do. We didn't do it last time. Okay. It's going to cost another exotic shard, too. That sucks, but like I said, we've got lots of 3 of coins now, and we can farm the shit out of some Siva Strikes, get plenty of exotics to shard, and I showed in the last video, I know with some, but I don't know if all exotic items, if you actually unlock the perks in them, don't actually spend the match to do it, but just XP wise unlock them, and then you dismantle them, you'll get 2 exotic shards instead of the 1. So, all in all, aside from the fact we're kind of gambling a little bit using the exotic shards, that's the better way to go. Anyway, let's buy these bad boys, and let's do that again. And this is going to be the last 3 we can get today because we are out of strange coins now. Alright. Give me something good. Diddle do. 42, 41. We kept our strength and we kept our intellect, which is good. We're only at 42 and 41, where we were at 45 and 45 on that one roll earlier. That's kind of crap, just because how often are you using a heavy? That's meh, and that hasn't changed. Shield stats already recover immediately after ore pickup. Alright, let's do it again. Come on. Oh my god. Wait. Is this all? Wait, we got 79 int. And we've got strength. Okay, that's not that bad, really. Because int good. And we can choose to increase strength with it, or increase int even more when we unlock that. Again, we got super energy from specials. And super energy from grenade kills. That's pretty cool. And we've got health on ore pickup again, which I like better than the shield recharge instantly. I think this gives you a little more sustain as far as getting sustain from ore pickups. I think this one we should probably stick with. I think. I do believe. So we're gonna stick with that one. Now, do I have enough motes of light to unlock all the perks on that thing? The Abaddon, we're still trying to... We've almost got it. We're just a couple away. Spending the motes of light on that Celestial Nighthawk is going to give us enough here too to finish unlocking all the perks on that. So that'd be good. Ooh, it looks like we're probably going to have to go buy some weapon parts though. Maybe. So now in order to equip the Celestial Nighthawk, we're going to have to change our legs to some non-exotic legs. And I don't have a whole lot in that department. But we do have some boots that are kind of perfect for this. Our boots of triumph. So, we're going to go ahead and throw those in our inventory. And we'll equip those bad boys. Have I mentioned how much I like chroma stuff? Because I love it. And check out these legs, man. Are those classy as fuck or what? Alright, let's slap those bad boys on. And now we can equip our Nighthawk. That looks pretty dope. And we're also trying to level this vest up, aren't we? Just because we really like the way it looks and we want to wear it. And it is a solar bonus. And we're going to switch over to solar since we're going to be using our Nighthawk. Oh, and it gives sidearm ammo. Actually, this chest is perfect for the current modifiers in the Siva Strike. Let's just hope we have enough motes of light to unlock all that shit. I mean, if we don't, we're just going to have to run it a couple of times and we'll get there. But let's burn up these bad boys real quick. And holy smokes, we spent like 12 of them and didn't actually unlock anything on that or that. Looks like we did pretty much finish up our Abaddon, which is good because that means the XP that normally would be going to Abaddon is going to go to the other two now. So they should unlock shortly. And I think I want to go with perfect balance. I love stability. Stability is my friend. And if we do this, this will give us a good amount of stability while this is spooling up. And then once this spools up, it should be like laser focus machine gun fire. So we're going to do that. Do we like either of these better? We don't like field choke. Now isn't that weird that it says more predictable recoil, slight boost to range and impact, but then it says more recoil? So there's more of it, so it's more predictable. I think this gets rid of the horizontal recoil and makes your recoil only go vertically, which makes it a lot easier to kind of adjust for as you're firing. But is that going to be better than that? I think we're going to go with the compensator. Wait, or maybe this does side to... Wait, maybe this stops the vertical and it only moves horizontally? I don't remember. Anyway. Oh shit, we need weapon parts. Hey, there's something I can spend. That's what I was spending legendary marks on before to increase my faction. Why didn't you guys tell me? Wait, let me check real quick. Will he accept weapon parts or armor parts for faction increase right now?
Okay.
Most of light. Okay, yeah. So he'll take armor materials and he'll take worm spore. Looks like he won't take. Oh yeah, weapons plus. Okay. All right. Cool. So let's go spend all of our legendary marks. Well, we can't spend all of them because we still got to infuse this helmet, but I think that only costs 3. I think. Oh shit, actually I should probably do that real quick. Because that uses armor, not weapons. The fuck am I using weapon parts for right now?
So little.
Oh yeah, upgrading that.
Rifle J.
But that's it. So we don't really need many weapon parts. We may spend the rest of it on armor parts. And then go give most of those to the new monarchy in order to level that up. But like I said, I don't want to do that one. I want to go ahead and feed something to this Nighthawk to get it up to 400. And I've got some 400 light helmets that I'm never gonna use that are like shit rolls. Let's see. Not you. Be one of these two, I guess. It's gonna be this mofo right here. Alright, so we're gonna infuse this with this, and bam, our Nighthawk is up to 400 light. Booyah! Alright, so we need to buy some weapon parts.
Let's get started.
Oh, shit, those cost glimmer too. I cannot spend legendary marks to save my freaking life. Like, what are they for once you hit high level? I don't get it.
Anything else?
I mean, infusion costs weapon parts.
Yeah.
But I can't think of anything else that does. So we definitely don't want to spend all of our glimmer. Because we definitely have to have it for infusions and all this other shit. But we can buy... You want to go down to... We'll spend 10,000. That's not enough. Spend 18,000. I don't know.
Thanks, Guardian. Okay.
Let's do...
That'll work.
Let's work our way down to 10,000. And then see where that gets us.
Thanks.
Alright. That's close to 10,000.
Until
Alright,
next
now. Shit ass. Now, let's go ahead and take care of this. And... Yeah, we got plenty of Spirit Bloom. Bam! Our Abaddon is totally unlocked. I think this thing is cool as hell. I really like the really light detailing in the... Like this gray pattern in the metal. I think it's really sharp. It's really nice. Like, you see the grids on the barrel right there? I think it just adds a whole lot to it. I like it. Alright. Now, this guy's all done. We still need to burn motes of light and get this vest up to where we want it. And we still need to burn motes of light and get our Nighthawk where we want it. And it's going to take armor material to finish the upgrades on those two. So I want to do that before I go spend the rest of my armor material, even though we've got 485 on the new Monarchy. So let's burn about 10 more motes of light. See what that does for us. Well, we unlocked one of the perks on the vest. Wow, I'm gonna have really high it. I should be golden gunning like a mofo. Actually, that's probably gonna take me above tier 5. I'm gonna have to go strength or something else to take the rest of that slack. Most likely. Alright, let's keep burning those motes up. We've got to get the vest and the Nighthawk all unlocked. Let's do that. And we'll min-max these and get the most we can out of them tier-wise as soon as we're done. There's no point in trying to do it till then. And unlock that. I may not have enough motes of light to do this. It's going to be close, I think. Honestly. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be May. Alright, we're almost to where we unlock the sidearms. That's the important part of this. Well, that's pretty important too. Alright, and you're almost done. What's that? My goodness, that is a lot of intellect. My goodness. We still gotta unlock that node and that node. And that node and that node on there. Man, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. We might have enough though. Oh, we got one on the vest. And we want to do that because, like I said, we are burning up that Anton's rule right now as our sidearm because of the bonus on, or I mean the modifier on the current Siva Strike. Oh man, it's gonna be close. I don't think we're gonna make it though. I think we're gonna be out of motes of light before we get there. Let's do 10 more. Ah. Ah. Really need to get to where that's unlocked because that's really what we want. Not that so much. Though actually that would work okay too right now. Like I said, just because that we're on a void burn modifier. I mean a solar burn modifier. So I wonder if that totally negates it, or I don't know how big that modifier is. I don't know if anybody actually does, really. I definitely don't dive into crunching the numbers that much. And as far as this one goes, we're definitely going to go with that one once we unlock it. Because again, we're just tearing out special weapons at Anton's rule for the Seaver Strikes right now. Yeah, I mean, alright, let's burn up 5. See where that puts us. And if it doesn't complete it, burn out our last 5. I think we're done. I think that got it. That got it. And we're going to do that because we are going to switch over to our gunslinger build so we can use this Nighthawk. And since the world's based around solar damage right now. And oh, we're still not there. But I mean, that's not that big a deal. Should we burn the last 5 and see if we can get there? Right, that's almost exactly at half. Let's burn 1 and see what that does for it. Doesn't look like it really moved that much. I don't think burning these 5 is going to do that anyway. That shit, we might as well, right? Nope, still not unlocked. Nope, we did not do it. But I would say just the first Siva Strike we run, it's going to be enough to finish that out. I bet you. Now, the chest we're using is increasing our sidearm ammo. The boots we're using, neither one of those are going to help us out any. Because we're not using either of those. Not that big of a deal, though. The arms. Do Do I have any arms that are sidearm loaders? The Warden's Rally are sidearm loaders. That's what we were using. They're sidearm loaders. But don't the ones we're wearing give us... Actually, there's no reason to wear those just except for the fact that I just like the way they look with that vest. So as far as for actual play, we are going to switch back to the Warden's Rally. I hate to do it, man, because I really love the way that looked. But, I mean, we can't half-ass min-max, right? Okay, so we are tier 4 with our intellect, the way that's laid out right now. We are only tier 2 with our discipline, and we are tier 3 with our strength. So let's shift these guys around and see what that changes. Let's see, we're still tier 4 with our intellect. We're still tier 2 there. And we are tier 3 there. That seems like that makes more sense. Unless we can get our intellect to tier 5. I wonder if we can. I don't think we can. Oh, we can. And it puts us at 314. So that is the fastest cooldown we can do stat-wise for our special. Which is going to be weird using the Nighthawk because not all that often I'm going to need to do one shot that does an insane amount of damage. Matter of fact, we probably... nah, screw it. Alright. We're exactly at 200 there, which means we're exactly at tier 3. We don't... Make sure we don't have anything else, because we did the helmet and the arms, and that's what got us to tier 5 intellect, so we're going to leave those two alone. And basically all I'm doing right now is making sure nothing else has got intellect selected. That does. If I do that, is that still... that drops me down to tier 4. And it doesn't get me to tier 3 there. What was that? That was the boots. What about if we do this? That gets our discipline to tier 3. That's at 200. Is that what we changed? Yeah. Okay, what about you? Discipline or strength? I don't want to lose discipline. Well, let's see what happens. Alright, that gives us tier 4 strength, tier 2 discipline, tier 4 intellect. That won't work. I need to go back to intellect on the boots, I think, to get me to tier 5 there. That's tier 2. And that's tier 4. That's a discipline. Switch back to discipline there. What's that do for us? You're still tier 5. That gives me tier 3 there and tier 2 there. I'll still be tier 5 if I do that. No, that drops me to tier 4 there. But then what if we do this? And still tier 4. Oh my god, I just stopped giving a shit. That's close enough. I just totally stopped giving a shit. We're just gonna go with that. So this is gonna be our loadout. We're gonna use that new machine gun just because I want to use it. I think it sounds cool. We're gonna be using the Anton's rule most of the time because there is a sidearm bonus and solar bonus on the strike right now. For our primary slot, we're gonna stick with the inward lamp. Are we? Yeah, we're gonna stick with the inward lamp. I think. I don't know. Is there another primary I want to use? Since I'm not really using the primary that much, and I have no gear focused on that. Whatever it is, it's got to be legendary because I want to use that machine gun. Do I have any other primary weapons, literally of any flavor, that we would rather use? That's a possibility. Oh, that's a possibility too. Let's take a look at that. And take a look at that. And I don't feel like using a hand cannon because we're using a sidearm. Let's take a look at that as a possibility too. And just try to decide. Okay. I don't think any of our gear is focused on our primary slot. We know that's not. And that's for sidearm. That's for sidearm. That's fusion rifle or rocket launcher. We're not using either of those. That's not a primary slot. Upgrade rate, we don't give a shit about because we're not upgrading anything. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't matter. It's literally whatever primary we want to use. It's not really getting any buffs right now. Wasn't that Burning Eye a scout rifle too? Alright, let's take a look at these two scout rifles. Burning Eye is pretty heavily lower rate of fire. And it's not full auto like our armored lamp is. What are the other perks on that thing? That's really not even that handy just because it's a low rate of fire scout rifle, so you don't have that much recoil anyway. That's kind of pointless unless we're in PvP. Does have explosive rounds. We do like explosive rounds. We do. I think we want high rate of fire though, don't we? Pretty sure we do. Pretty sure we want high rate of fire. Jesus Christ, guys, what the hell is going on with you? One of my dogs is straight freaking out on the other one. This puppy is just like losing her shit, and I don't know why. Hmm. They seem to be fine now. I don't know if the big boy's stepping on her and hurting her or what the deal is. It's like the third time that she's had an outburst, though, in the past couple of minutes. I don't like it. Alright, which of these... Which is higher range? The Burning Eye's higher range with the explosive rounds. Which do we feel like using? Um... Hmm... There's also the option of one of these two. Um... Hmm. Hmm. Have we got any... Hey, we can finally get rid of that palindrome because we won't waste the legendary marks now. Let's go and dismantle the shit out of that. And now we're back up to 200. Okay, out of these two... Out of these two... Let me do a little comparison of the two scouts in Destiny Item Manager, because it'll give us a... Why are you freaking out, dogs? You're about to go out on the deck for a while, crazy lady. This little dog is losing her shit today for some reason. What was I doing? Oh, comparing our Burning Eye and our Inward Lamp in Destiny Item Manager. Let's see. Aside from rate of fire and magazine size, the Burning Eye beats out the Inward Lamp in every category. I think we're going to be forced to go with the Burning Eye. Which is okay with me because, like I said, I like playing with the explosive rounds. I'll miss the full auto of the Inward Lamp, but sacrifices must be made, right? Alright, now what I want to do is I'm also going to choose one auto rifle, or one of those two pulse rifles, and take it with me. I just kind of swap back and forth depending on what I feel like using. I may rotate them between strikes, etc. Depending on the strike, because maps that have more range on them where I can pick stuff off from further away, I'll go with the Burning Eye. Maps where there's more close range, and like just lots and lots of mobs, like the Thrall, then we'll go with the pulse rifle, probably. That's how that's going to work. Alright, so that means we can take our Inward Lamp and throw it back in the bank. Now let's look at pulse rifles. I'm going to equip the Aegis of the Reef. I think this thing's dope. I think it is just a really cool pulse rifle. it's a really high rate of fire, low impact pulse rifle. So it almost acts like an auto rifle. And the Hawksaw is the same way, by the way. Let's see, this one's got this cool yellow chroma, which I think's really neat. That's where that ornament's coming from right there. Do I have any more white chroma in the bank? Or on me? I don't think I do. I would like to match up that chroma with... Okay, I'm just being OCD as hell right now. There's no reason to do that. Alright, so Hawksaw or Aegis of the Reef. Both of these they're the same archetype. They're both high rate of fire, low impact. They're both full auto. So as far as the way they behave, it's going to be pretty close to the same. So we're just going to compare other stats and try to make that call. Oh, we need to equip one of them first. So let's equip that one first. Then do our comparison. Aegis is winning out pretty hardcore on range. It's a little higher reload. Hawksaw is giving us a little more stability. And what are the perks on that Hawksaw? Small bore, speed reload, me. Our full auto, of course. Why do I have casket mag active? I never use casket mag. And those are going to make a big change to us. Yep, that's going to be the sight we want. I think the Hawksaw is one of the few that the actual graphic for the sight changes when you swap them. Yeah, it does. See over here? There's a little holograph projector there now. And we go with the SPO26. Then we've got a regular red dot sight. What's this one look like? Oh, that one looks neat. I don't know why you would use that though. Highlights enemy guardians who have charged supers and powerful minis. I mean, if you're in PvP, maybe. I don't know how much it highlights them either. Like, I don't know. That seems kind of useless. Anyway, we're gonna go with that one. And let's double check our perks on that Aegis and make sure we've got those where we want them for PvE. Reinforced barrel, that's where we're getting that extra range. And then it's got outlaw and the red dot. Is of course the way to go on the site there. Red dot ORES is probably my favorite sight on pulse rifles, especially full auto ones. Alright, so this is basically the perks we know we want. So I want to take these two and do a comparison in Destiny Item Manager where I've actually got numbers to look at. Which I wish I could show you guys this shit, but there's really no way for me to. And see who wins there. They've got the exact same rate of fire and impact. Like exactly the same. Looks like Let's see, that's higher by 8. That's higher by 8. That's higher by 5. That's only higher by 2. But that's higher by 9. I do like that increased magazine size. Wait a second, did that refresh after I changed it out of casket mag? I don't think it did. I don't believe it did. It did not. It looks like looks like the Hawksaw wins. It's so much shorter range though. And for short range, it's so much more stable. I mean, range or stability, where do you go there? Well, we've got a difference of 30 in stability, and then we've got a difference of 24 in range. So the higher stability should be our better bet, because it's the biggest gap. So if we're just doing overall math on which is better, it looks like the Hawksaw wins. Looks like the Hawksaw wins. Yep. Hawksaw wins. Okay, which means we're going to equip the Hawksaw. And the old Aegis is going back to the bank. So kids, I believe this is going to be the loadout we're going to run with. And we're just going to run a shitload of Siva strikes. But I'll stop video and make a new stream as soon as we get ready to do that. And actually want to switch to that for our default, because we're probably going to be going scout more often. Now, let's see. How do we feel about shaders? Can we beat the candy apple with this loadout? What's Nefertiti look like? Oh, I like what that does for the Nighthawk. I don't like what it does for the legs. What about the old Super Black? That looks pretty damn mean. That looks kind of Judge Dreddy, right? Don't you guys think? Or is that just me? I think it does. That may be what we end up going with, but let's check. The other ones we've got handy and see. Oh, I like that. Actually, I don't like that silver and then bone on the helmet there. That's not doing much for me. What about the white tiger? That's pretty dope. That's pert darn dope. I could see that working. Let's see. Let's check out our greens and see what the greens do for us. That's gonna be a no. What about polar oak? That's not awful. I'm not really crazy about it either, though. I don't think. What about the ointment? Nah, that is completely lackluster. that looks weird. I don't like it. I'm leaning towards super black. Let's go super black. That looks pretty dope. Pretty dope. Looks pretty mean. Alright. So, this is going to be our loadout for running a shit ton of Siva strikes. And it should be fun. We should get a cool exotic. I got a good feeling about it. Alright, so I'm going to cut stream here, take a little break, eat some pork rinds, upload this video, which will literally just be walking around looking at shit and spending points, and sorry about that, not a lot of action, not very interesting at all, probably for most people, unless you're just really into mid-max loadouts and seeing how I do that sort of thing, and checking out the gear that we got from it, like the Celestial Nighthawk, etc. And what is this kid's deal? And yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. As soon as we start the stream back up, we will go ahead and be heading into our Siva Strike run. So we'll see you then.